there, everyone. Welcome to Movie Mondays. It's been a while.
Yep.
It's been like 20 Mondays since the last one, but we're finally back, and we just watched the first John Wick movie.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about one of my favorite movie series that's not anything that's more realistic and not like superpower, supernatural, or whatnot.
Yeah.
I'll do some background before we. I discovered this series maybe almost a year ago. I've heard a lot of like amazing things about it, so I was like, okay, I'll check it out. I'm not really one for more realism kind of movies unless under certain circumstances.
Yeah.
But I checked it out. I rented it, and I absolutely loved it. Then I watched the second one. Then when Chapter 3 came out, I watched that. But
Yeah.
that's how I discovered the series. When we discuss this, what I want to do is I want to talk about the action last because we'd probably be beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
Because we would probably be saying what everyone else says, and there's like
It's
I feel
cool,
a
I
lot
get that.
more. I feel a lot. There's a lot more to it than just action.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Uh,
There's like more to it. So
the background and the story of the movie is kind of. Up. Okay, I'm back. Gulp is eating lettuce now. But yeah, the backstory and just story in general was like equal to the action, I feel like, in this movie.
yeah.
And it's kind of important.
Yeah. So if you don't know, well, first of all, as we always, there will be spoilers.
Yeah.
If that matters to you. Yeah.
For the old movie.
Yeah. So if you don't know the story, so basically we have John Wick, who is a retired. Well, I like that they keep the suspense of what he does.
Yeah.
Like they just suspense. So anyway, he's retired. Well, he's a retired hitman, contract killer, who left the field for a woman.
Yeah.
She dies. She passes away from a terminal illness. It doesn't really matter to the. It's just all that you need to know is that she's dead. But
And that wasn't
shown.
really what sparked it, anyways.
Yeah. So so they arrange the movie starts out with the funeral and stuff, and that night he is gifted a puppy by his dead wife.
Yeah.
I will go off on a side note for this, and when he was reading that note, I know Keanu Reeves isn't really seen as an A-list actor, but when he was reading that note, you felt like you were in that room with him, and you were like that he was actually reading a note from his dead wife.
Yeah.
That you felt that like kind of that
Yeah.
tragedy. So he is because so she gives him this puppy named Daisy, little beagle, cute puppy.
Yeah.
So yeah, everything. He's in grief, so he's just trying to keep it low. Just wants to have a normal life. He goes to the gas station, to get gas for his. I'm not a car person, but that was a really nice car. That was a cool looking car.
Yeah.
So this guy comes up to him and asks him for the car. He's like, he wants the car, and John's like, this isn't for sale. But he takes it as, since we find out that he's the son of a crime lord, that he's that typical spoiled rich kid who sees it as a sign of disrespect that they don't want his money.
Yeah.
So he declines, and he mutters something in Russian, and John speaks Russian, so he mutters something back, and that causes some tension. So later that night, they break in, and they break in. All they wanted was to steal the car, but Daisy wouldn't stop crying, so they killed the dog. So yeah, they steal the car and they kill the dog, and that just sets off this series of events.
That sets off a demon inside John Wick.
Or it just releases.
Yeah.
Just his old life that he has to return to. So, yeah, and also I didn't notice it until I rewatched the scene. That the dog literally crawled to him and then died. The dog literally crawled to be by his side for like that. I thought that was really sad too.
Yeah.
You noticed that.
I assumed this doesn't make sense, and I don't know why it would be, but I thought the fucking criminal's just hey, let's put the dog next to the guy so when he wakes up he finds out it's dead.
Yeah, I would think that too, just to mess with him.
Yeah.
But so of course they take his car to the mechanic or that works with the underground.
Yeah.
And of course they're all where'd you get that car? Because you roll up with a really nice car and you're gonna get a lot of people looking at it.
Yeah.
So they find out he literally just made the biggest mistake he could ever make, is messing with John Wick. So John has to know. I like that he symbolically buried all of it, all his weapons and stuff in the foundation, in the floor of his home.
Yeah.
And then he just smashes it, that symbolism of him digging up his old life to
Yeah.
because he buried it over, a nice
concrete.
house. Yeah.
Yeah.
So John is now on the hunt for Vigo's son, Yosef, and. Yeah. Well, of course, it's an action movie, so it's gonna end with, so John does get revenge, gets the kill, but there's a lot more. So, of course, Vigo, terrified, puts a contract out for John Wick, which is worth $2 million. And when I watched the later when I've watched the later ones, I thought that was way too low for John. It goes. I'm not gonna spoil the later ones, but $2 million is nothing for a contract. So
yeah, I would assume.
Yeah. So So now there's Miss Perkins and who's So she's in on it. She wants the contract. But the big rule of the Continental Hotel, which is probably it's my probably favorite location of the movie. I really like the hotel. That it looks so I like that it's so organized and very sophisticated. They pay with gold coins, which they don't really the gold coins aren't really their currency. It looks more like a business card, since it can be you can give one for literally anything.
Yeah. Because
you can literally just pay one for a night in the hotel, or you pay one for a drink, and there's not really any equally. It's just you're kind of a reputation kind of thing.
Yeah.
So so of course she breaks in, tries to kill John, fails. Marcus, his friend, also has been trying to kill him, but every time he does, he helps John instead. So she breaks the rules, and of course she gets the axe, because that's a big no-no in the Continental. You cannot conduct business on the grounds.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about the whole movie, but
yeah.
Eventually John does go after. Not only did he kill the son, but he also tore down their whole empire kind of thing. He literally took out all their money and all their treasures.
set the money on fire.
Yeah, I thought that was like awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, and eventually he does kill Vigo, and that's that. So
Yeah.
now we can talk about the other stuff.
Yes. Yes.
The acting, like I said, I know there's people who think Keanu Reeves is a bad actor, but I think with this role he took it to like a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Like so much so that no one can picture John Wick without Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Like, you can't imagine anyone else taking this role, like except him. Like you can't imagine anybody else. Yeah. So it was all pretty good. Music, fantastic.
Yeah. Like
there's one scene that we both really love that we'll get with that in a sec.
One of my first earliest memories of this movie was not watching any of it. Actually, it kind of was in general, but I found this movie through its music at first, and it wasn't even because like it was on YouTube. Like I'm pretty sure I knew about John Wick prior to this, like when this took place.
It's mainly because of like Fortnite.
But like
added in before
actually, it wasn't even because of Fortnite. It's because of sports.
Yeah.
Basically, this is just a fun fact. I'm sure no one will care, but basically, back in 2017, the NHL expanded to Vegas, and Vegas is just this huge showy place, and a song they used when they introduced the team was a piece of John Wick, and I was like, holy shit, what is a song? So I spent like at least a month trying to find it, and when I found it, I just absolutely binged, like just listening to the music.
Yeah, so the music, acting, this is so good. There's a lot of detail put into this. Like this isn't like we'll get to like when we talk about like the action, how much detail there's into that too. But there's just so much love and care put into this. And this wasn't even intended to be like a franchise, but it deserved it. Like got Hollywood, you can make a cinematic universe out of original ideas. You don't need to force other properties into stuff. Yeah. So and I'm absolutely in love with this series. This is amazing. And it's weird when I like talk about John Wick. They don't see me as the type to like this kind of stuff, and I'm like, I love this. Yeah. This is great. So so now we can talk about the goods, the action. Yeah. Favorite scene. This is the club scene. Yeah. Easy. Yeah. That was the first scene. It's hard to pick a favorite. With this series, it's hard for me to pick a favorite fight scene, but for this one, I think the club scene is my favorite. Yeah. Just the lighting, just that blue-red lighting. Yeah. The music, of course. I like when it does the dubs when he goes into like where everyone's raving and stuff, and that dubstep. It was yeah. The strobe. It was like so. I like the action's like so good. And, like they make it like super realistic. The fights are like the hand-to-hand combat realistic. Yeah. The guns. And it isn't anything where like the main character just gets away like unscarred. Yeah. Like he literally gets stabbed. What my favorite thing about John Wick and this series is that they make him like vulnerable. Yeah. Like there's like so many action movies where, like for example, this is for example like Taken. That's a good movie. I'm not gonna lie, that's a good movie, but I think John Wick's better. Yeah. But they make the main character. They both have very similar motives. Yeah, but the main character for that one was a CIA agent, and they put him in a world that's like way below him. Like they make it like too easy for him. Yeah. Like just like common like thugs against a CIA agent. Yeah. Like I think he only got kidnapped once, and he like broke out like 5 minutes later. Like it was like it felt too easy. But this one, he gets beaten up a lot. He takes a lot of punishment. Like he gets stabbed, he gets shot. It makes him vulnerable, and that's what makes him even more like kind of like like intimidating figure that he just keeps coming after everything you throw at him. And also, yeah, so, and another thing, like, there's no shaky cam, there's no infinite ammo, like, you see him reloading.
Yeah.
It's, and, like, the fire rate's, like, consistent.
There's
That's
30
not, like,
seconds worth of just him reloading in this
Yeah.
movie.
Like, it's not like in all action movies where they have magical infinite ammo that they barely take the time to reload, and it focuses on the action. There's no, like, yeah, and you feel, like, all that punishment, like, those punches, those stabs, like, you're like, ugh, like,
Yeah.
yeah, so this
The left side of his stomach really took a beating in this movie.
yeah. Oh, yeah, when Miss Perkins was punching that one, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Like,
That got at least, like, stabbed and punched 10 times this movie.
yeah. Each. Got hit. He literally got flung by, like, a car.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure glass just somehow magically went in there.
yeah, so
Everything just hits him there.
yeah, so this is a great. This is it's, and since I watched the later two, it was really nice to come back to the one that kind of started this whole franchise, because this wasn't even meant to be. It was, like, kind of an accident.
I feel like it was just it was hinting towards it though.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure they had something in it, but they just wanted to see how this movie did.
Yeah, and it did really well.
I mean, if you can have Keanu Reeves, it better do well.
Yeah. Yeah, this kind of helped, and also, yeah, this kind of series also just brought back Keanu Reeves into the.
Yeah, because I had no idea what he did before this. Like, the only role I knew was, like, when he did Bill and Ted way back in the day.
Yeah.
Maybe something else, but it's not
There's, like,
on
the
the top of my
Matrix,
head.
Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this really helped him get back into the spotlight, because before this he was just doing, like, tinier projects.
Oh yeah, I remember that screenshot of just him with the thing tying his mouth in the ground.
Yeah.
That meme. It was like, John Wick will get out of that quick.
Yeah. So yeah. Any other thoughts?
About the Martin thing. Before the Miss Perkins scene, I mean, he is really just intended to try and actually kill him, right?
Yeah, he went there to kill him, but because
it looks like he just missed on purpose. Watching.
Yeah, he did, because he saw her coming into the room, and then he was like, well, oh crap, I better, like. So he shot the pillows to wake him up, to get his attention. So because she was literally coming in the room.
Yeah.
And he saw that.
And, like, I guess it would have been bad for him and Gino, because, like, even though if he shot him, it wouldn't have seemed like he would be the one to do it.
Yeah. Also, if he literally did, he would have broke. Well, he wasn't really on the property per se, but he still killed someone on the property. So even if he did kill John, he wouldn't have died by Winston and the management.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have found out that it was him.
Yeah.
Regardless, but I don't know if it was because, I don't know if he did it because he wasn't on the property himself, since he was using a sniper, or if it would have been but that's what I'm just saying. That's what I'm just assuming, is because even if he did kill John, like, he wouldn't have.
Yeah, he died on the property.
Yeah, basically.
So.
But yeah. So, and then you also asked about while we were watching about the police.
Yeah.
So what I said was, a couple things. One, since this is such a sophisticated underground type of thing, these contract killers mainly go after just criminals and stuff. So they don't really go after innocent people.
Yeah.
It's usually just other criminals that they go after, or they put contracts up for.
Yeah.
So because they don't go after innocent people, like you see in like all the scenes that he doesn't just open fire on literally anybody.
Yeah.
He only goes after people that are literally actively shooting him.
I'm surprised he didn't shoot some random pedestrian on accident. It's like...
Even when in the church,
yeah.
the ladies at the vault, he was like, go, get out of here. Have a nice day.
Yeah. The old woman was just sitting there like, oh, I got this again.
So I think it's just because of that. And plus, it's also because John Wick has such a reputation that I don't think anybody would want to try to mess with him. Yeah. That's why he has probably a reputation with the police. It's this is overall a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
I will say with these sequels, they're all like just really good. I can't really determine which one's better. I feel like they're all the same, but in a good way. Like, it's consistent.
They bring something new.
The thing that I go, this is my saying in the sequels, is that they're consistent, which in a good way. Yeah. Meaning that it doesn't go off or anything, and but it's just the action gets more grander in scale, which you will see when we look at it. Because we're gonna be reviewing the whole trilogy. Yeah. Because John Wick Chapter 4 is not coming out till next year, and I'm really sad about that. Yeah. So we're gonna watch the whole trilogy. Yeah. And this isn't even it. We're gonna be bringing back Movie Mondays. We'll try to. Yeah. Trying to see the Sonic movie soon. Hopefully you'll be up for that. Not really a Sonic fan. I mean, neither am I, but I heard, because I'm in a group chat on Discord, and everyone was like, this movie, like my friend, he was like, the leaks, the movie's gonna suck, and then I'm seeing everyone saying how great it was, so I'm really confused about it. I'm sure the people who say it sucks is just like the media trying to get people not to see it. Yeah. But I just feel like it would be a good bonding experience because it seems like at this fate multiple people are going. Yeah. I think you want to do ratings, or do you want? Is there anything else you want to? Not off the top of my head. Oh yeah. I do remember seeing on Twitter that Doom guy from Doom, obviously, also had a dog, a bunny apparently. Yeah. And basically the demons killed his pet, and it was also named Daisy apparently. Oh. So Doom guy is John Wick, probably, in hell. After he dies, just think about it. John Wick dies eventually, so once he goes to hell because he's a bad person, he gets to be with Daisy once again, but the devil's demons, they just kill Daisy again. That sounds really metal, and I like that. I love that. That'd be John Wick Chapter 77. It makes sense. So overall. And that's just the gear theory. Yeah. Overall, highly recommend. Yeah. If you want like a great action movie, a great like for like a movie night or something. Yeah. Or if you're trying to get it, or if you want something that's not like too gory. Yeah, not too gory. Don't say that, because the sequels, they go a little. They kind of up. Yeah. They don't go too much, but they go. I remember a specific gear scene I saw with a pencil. Yeah. So I'm excited for that. I can't wait. I can't wait because actually Chapter 2 is the one I've seen the least, because the one I've seen the most was Chapter 3, because that's the only one on my cable television for free. But yeah, that's the one I've seen the least. Even though, it's still really good. So highly recommend. You can go check it out. Yeah. It's a great action movie, especially if you're not really into these kind of action movies. If you're more like, take it from me, this is the guy who likes like superheroes and stuff with superpowers and supernatural stuff. And I love this. So
Yeah.
that's my endorsement.
I used to watch similar stuff to this back then in the day with my dad, so
Mhm.
this stuff is just like really interesting to me.
Yeah, yeah,
So-
and I love that they built like a great kind of world building with this whole hotel stuff. They're actually doing a TV show about the hotel. I can't wait. They're also
Ew.
doing a spin-off movie, which relates with Chapter 3, so I won't go into what that's about. But yeah, they are doing I think a prequel TV show to the Continental, and I can't wait for
Just
that.
like about what?
And I'm not even the
was.
one excited for TV shows, but if it's with the John Wick series, I'm down for it.
Yeah.
I'll take a look. So now we're gonna get into the ratings, and
Yes.
I'm gonna give it a 9.8. It's
Wow. Wow. I think that was the highest rating you gave, I'm pretty sure, maybe? It's up there.
yeah. I mean it kind of takes the cake in my book. Like it's become like a really it's really good.
Yeah.
I love it to death. Like you know the fight scenes are amazing. Like you know the gun fu is just it's so well put together. It's
Yeah.
it's and it has that kind of like kind of fantasy stuff that I like with the whole Continental and stuff like that. So it kind of, and of course with their amazing world building, and it's great. So that's mine. That's 9.8.
Yeah.
It's really top tier for me, and probably my favorite action movies that deal with like literally anything. If it was like a comic book or whatever, it really does take the cake for me.
Yeah.
And I'm not really one for these kind of things, but it is really, and every time I like watch it, it's like it's weird, especially with like this movie. Every time I'm watching it, it feels like I'm watching it for the first time. Just
Yeah.
an absolute like amazement. That's what it is with this series for me. Is like every time, and that's a rare thing to have. That when you watch a movie, when you watch it over and over, and you still feel like you're watching it for the first time.
Yeah.
Like you know, like sometimes you'll know what they say, but you're still like woo, this is gonna be fun, like that. So
Yeah.
I'll let you have the floor.
I'm gonna go with the first every time. I'm gonna go with the round number. I'm gonna give it a straight 90.
A 90 out of 100?
Yeah. I mean a 9.0. I mean
A 9.
that's what I meant.
A 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
That's the first. This is probably the first time that you've given a movie a 9, because you've usually stuck with 8s and 7s.
Yeah.
This is how good this is.
Yeah.
Guys, this is how good this is, that he's actually giving something a 9 and not, an 8, a mid 8 or a 7. Like,
Yeah.
This is how good this is. So
I mean, don't forget, like, this is just timing. I mean, I'm not saying the movie isn't bad,
Yeah.
but like, I don't know.
opinions
Like,
change.
Yeah, opinions change. I'm pretty sure I might have given the It
Mhm.
movie like probably a lower score, but my ranking system has changed a lot.
Yeah.
It usually does. But yeah, this movie is phenomenal. Like I was going to this like, fuck, the ESC might be in this.
Yeah.
Better prepare, but
Jake likes this movie, so I'm probably not gonna like it either.
No. This movie review series has been anything but disappointing. I generally liked all the movies for the maybe one, but even then, all the movies we watched this series were like very good
Yeah.
so far. We gotta get on those bad movies.
Yeah. I mean,
Gotta do one at least.
I mean, I have Disney Plus. They have some.
Yeah.
They have some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Phenomenal movie.
Highly recommend.
Can't complain about the action.
It's just
Like you said, it's realistic. Like for the most part.
good realist, like actual.
Yeah, good
like,
realistic.
Not like where
Not
they
like
do
characters just living for the hell of it.
It's like realistic, not like with like the realistic action movies where, like I said,
Not like Hollywood.
they do all those like shaky cam, like infinite ammo stuff. Like I remember I watched, what was it, Transformers 4? Yeah, it was it was a long movie, and there was just this battle. I think the final battle at the end, where the heroes just never ran out of ammo. They never reloaded. They just kept firing, like, and it went on for like 10, 20 minutes, and we're like, are you guys gonna like reload or something? Or that's I love that. And plus that Keanu actually goes through like actual. You're on Twitter and stuff, so you probably, or YouTube, so you've probably seen that he does like actual training for this series. Like he actually does go to gun ranges and actually practices. Like it shows that how much they put a lot of care into detail into this. And it didn't really have to, but they literally went for it.
He's not holding a gun a long way like no one else would.
Yeah, like I've seen actually like many YouTube videos where they've had like gun experts and martial artists break down all like the fight scenes. They're like, yeah, this is really realistic. Like, like props. So, yeah, check this out.
Yes.
It's great. Like, yeah. So, I think that'll be it.
They'll do it for this episode of Movie Mondays.
Yeah, thank you for watching.
We're hoping to bring this back at least to do it once or twice a month, guys. Always remember though, we're busy.
We're busy people.
We're busy.
We have busy lives.
Yeah, like when this channel started, it wasn't the case, but now we're like, oh fuck, we're adults now.
Adulthood.
Yeah, we're growing up, guys. It's scary but cool at the same time.
Yeah.
We're earning money too, so I mean, some of that money will go towards the channel in the future as well. But yeah, if you enjoyed, make sure you guys like and sub for more reviews and gaming as well.
Yeah.
And that'll do it. Bye bye.